So, Matt, let's start in the beginning. I just want to get your takeaways from that game. Colorado, I think played very well, especially on the defensive side of the ball in their win against Colorado State. Colorado State offensively struggled and looked absolutely horrific. But, Matt, your takeaways from this win?
Extremely impressed with the improvement. That's what I asked for. It's what I asked for. It's what I begged for and pleaded for. And it was heard. I mean, you saw the communication between Prime and obviously Deion Sanders Jr. Bucky will be on tomorrow with us.
Yep.
I might be going up to Boulder to do the show with them from the Champion Center, so hold on to your ass. Just impressed with the coaching, impressed with the first and foremost, I'm going to talk about Shedeur and Travis all day, but we got some motherfucking defense in Boulder, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Buffalo fan, we got some defense. The fucking law firm, all right? I need a shirt. The law firm, all right? That's our middle linebackers. Bentley and what's 40 name? One's name?
Hill Green.
Hill Green. Bentley and Hill Green, all right? Serving subpoenas on that ass. Those might be the best two fucking linebackers in the Big 12, dog. Tandem. They are downhill. Bentley is a fucking monster. Monster. Oh, yeah. Hats off to Coach Hart. Coach Hart, their linebacker coach. And then the new gentleman that they hired. What's his name?
Which George Hilo.
Yeah. Yeah, and he came in and he's really, you can tell that they are really gravitating to the coaching of both of those gentlemen. So, dog, the D-line, look, I'm really hard on three techniques because I played three technique there. I like Cooks' effort. If we find consistent three technique play, and I'm not saying Cooks is doing bad. I'm saying instead of just doing your job and filling the B gap, I need you to hit the quarterback in the face. I need you to pressure the quarterback. I need you to be an absolute whirlwind fucking terror at three technique, not just do your job. Yep. And I'm only saying that because I know you can do it. You have a two-way go at three technique a lot of the time, and they play a ton of underfront. So that's an opportunity to really, really fuck the quarterback up. Now, they got great pressure from the edges and then lost contain a ton, so that's something to teach off of.
So true.
Because a good quarterback, because we're going to talk about that chump here in a minute, a good quarterback that can really run is going to exploit that later. Mm-hmm. So something to teach off of. But those two, I did take a COVID test. It was negative, but I still feel like shit. Those two in the middle are special. And look, I was talking on the live broadcast, which was kick-ass, by the way.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Hats off to everybody that watched. It was kick-ass. That was awesome. We're going to, every time I'm watching the game, we'll do that for moving forward. But now I'm thinking like, all right, if we can have the, Selman Craig, and then the other kid's name, 24, what's his name?
Preston Hodge, I believe.
That kid is a fucking stud. He was everywhere. If those two can play deep, what does it allow Shiloh to do when he comes back? Play like that nickel safety hybrid. And now you've got him in the box where he can really support the run and he can jump those crossing routes. And now you got Bentley, you got the law firm and Shiloh in the middle of the field. Have fun running crossing routes, dog. We're going to fuck somebody up.
Absolutely.
So, look, the defensive ends and the pass rushers, I thought Green and Hayes and Arden Walker, my dude Arden Walker, fucking Art's son. If you don't know who Art Walker is, you're not a real CU fan. But Arden was all over the place. Did they make some mistakes? Yeah. Did they lose contain? Yeah. Is it something to teach off of? Yeah. And are they teaching? Yes. Livingston is teaching his ass off. That's the hire of the fucking decade. Yeah. Because if you are telling me that we're going to have a defense that potentially can just shut people down and get off the field, like what was their third down numbers? And I don't want to hear any more of this. Well, CSU was garbage. Everybody in my mother, well, not my mother, but everybody in your mother picked Colorado State to win. All it was hate. Everyone. So if they were such garbage, why'd you pick them to win? Because they talk tough? That's what I thought.
Colorado State was 4 for 15 on third.
4 for 15 on third down. They had 3 turnovers. So if we get that.
They were also 5 for 6 on fourth down, though, I will say. But
they had to go for it on fourth down, though.
True. Yeah, they had to. Yeah.
So any of those numbers that is not in our favor, that's just teachable.
Yep.
Like Colorado's defense dominated the fuck out of this game. Okay. Yeah. So they get the first star, period. Because if you're going to play defense like that, even more than Shedeur and Travis, because Travis is part of the defense, running down motherfuckers and the pick was incredible. And this idiot doing the fucking, you're too small to Travis Hunter. to Travis Hunter.
Out of all human beings. We're going to talk about that later on. We're going to talk about that later on.
I'm Jay Norvell. I'm benching this kid. I'm benching him.
Really looks.
You can't play anymore. You're a fucking head case. All you do is talk shit and you don't deliver. And now you're doing this shit to the number 1 pick in the draft, guy who's probably going to win the Heisman if this continues. And don't tell me he's not. You're fucking ridiculous. Yeah. So I'm looking at this. Like, if the defense is going to play to that standard and they're just going to keep getting better, you better watch out, country. Because now you've got an offense that can just explode at any time, and it's just getting better. 115 yards rushing, correct?
Yeah. So here's CU's rushing stats from yesterday. Or there's a full box stats. They had 109 yard rushing.
All right, 19.7
yards per carry, which
was
fucking amazing.
Man, how long did I say? I guarantee you this line can pump out 5 yards carry. Dude, so everybody now, what's the narrative now that they did it against CSU, so they're not good? Yeah, so save that shit. If that's your narrative, you need to get the fuck out of the chat, dog. You need to get off the show. We're not listening to that bop bullshit today. All y'all did was talk shit and run your fucking mouths, talk about murder and 11 on 11 and Instagram followers. And all I heard from my boys that were up there and all the media people was how racist the fucking fans were, yelling N-words and shit and hurling fucking, a bunch of bullshit at the CU team. You fucking hate us because you ain't us, Bob. And that's the truth. You can sit on this till 2029 since we beat you 7 times in a fucking row. Shut up, bitches. I'm tired of your bullshit, dog. Now your team, now all the people that support CSU too, oh, we're just not very good. Well, you seem pretty fucking good while you were talking shit.
Everyone that has picked Colorado State has now most have now shifted to where Colorado State's horrible, the worst team I've ever seen.
Worst team in football. How could they lose to these guys? I'll tell you how they lost. The defense is fucking good.
Yeah.
Period. They got some stuff to fix. Everybody does, but they're fucking good. All right. 9 goddamn points. 9 fucking points.
We'll take it. Yeah. Hell yeah.
And then shutting out Nebraska in the second half last week and giving up 6 to North Dakota State in the second half. What's that? How many points did they allow in the second half of this game? 6?
Yeah.
So they've allowed 12 second half points in 3 games?
I believe so.
That's pretty fucking good. We can build on that. Now, Baylor's not CSU. We're going to have our hands full with Baylor. They whipped the Air Force's ass. But I will say this, dog. CU showed me a lot. And if you can't see the improvement, you have a bias.
Yeah,
you just don't like Coach Prime or whatever. So star number 2, the offensive line and the run game.
Yeah.
Okay? The offensive line and the run game pumped out 19 carries, 5.7 yards a carry. There was not a lot of pressure. I think Shedeur only got sacked 1 time. And then these stupid, dirty fucking sheep, of course, they cheap shot him. And what happened after they cheap shotted him again? He started slinging it all over the field, really angry. So, and you want this man to shake hands. We're going to talk about that here in a second.
We're going to talk about that later. But let's keep talking about this, though, the offense. Your biggest takeaways from the offense, obviously, offensive line. We saw Dante Wester get 2 touchdowns, and Travis obviously is doing his thing, but go ahead.
I mean, I want you to just understand that's a great throw. But the second touchdown, I think, or the third touchdown, where he just put his foot in the ground and he rifled that shit like Elway to Mark Jackson in the drive. Watch this throw is unreal. I don't know if it's this one. No, that's the touchdown to Travis. I think it was his second touchdown. That was he put his foot in the ground and fucking fired it between 3 people on the dot. So look, we're going to talk about Shedeur as a whole here in a second and the receivers, but the offensive line, I got to get my I got to fucking tip the cap. Okay. Yep. It was impressive. Coach Lodeholt, I'm impressed. Coach Shum, I'm impressed. Thank you. I knew you could do it. Now lean on it. Lean on it. Get these fucking boys from Waco at altitude and fucking lean on them the whole game.
Yeah.
All right. Come up with some new tricky shit. The pistol run game worked. All right. I still want to see more tight ends and a fullback on the field. I still want to see more. They were pulling. They were trapping. Like they did a lot of shit that they didn't do in the first 2 games. I want to see more. Keep building on that. That was awesome. I tipped the cat. And look, we got a running back. 29 can fucking carry.
Welch, freshman running back.
Oh, that fucking kid is a beast. He can run. And look, I know Augustus put the ball on the ground, but he's big and physical too.
He also has had besides that, he's also pretty good.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think you're going to see a lot of Charlie Offerdahl moving forward with those two getting a lot of the work, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Let me ask you one thing that I take away from mine. Colorado's special teams. You can kind of just talk about that. I feel like that was kind of a point that they're going to have to address this week. What do you think?
Yeah, so we're going to special teams now.
Well, I'm going to
give you my opinion. I'm going to give you my opinion on special teams. We better find a goddamn kicker.
Yeah.
So I don't care if you have to do open tryouts. I don't care if Feely's kid is on the team. Why isn't he kicking? Look, I'm not trying to dog Mata out. And if you really think that Mata's our best option at kicker, we're going to lose because of it. In 2002, we had a great team. We played for the Big 12 title, and we had Patrick Brome as our kicker. Look up the stats for Patrick Brome kicking in 2002 for the Colorado Buffaloes. He missed like 10 more kicks than he made. He missed so many field goals. We lost 3 or 4 games because of missed field goals. And then Coach Barnett said, fuck this. And he went out and got Mason Crosby. So what is Patrick Brome's kicking stats from 02?
How do you spell that last name?
He wore 25. Pat Brome.
Oh, here we go. I don't know if I can find this. Let's see.
Oh, you'll find it.
2002. There are no. It's a kicker. Fortunately, let's see.
They don't have his stats on.
No, not.
That's not surprising. He was terrible. All right, it was awful, and he was so bad that every time I still see him, he apologizes. And I'm like, Pat, it's been like 20 years, dog. You're good. It's okay. It's just fucking football. I hated you then, but I love you now. You're good. But my point is, Coach Barnett went out and got Mason Crosby, and everything was solved.
Right.
All right. There's a kid at Mount Vista named Hunter Dell.
Yeah, I've seen him kick.
I mean, I don't know if you can find that video, but I can't find it on my phone right now. But if you can, he's a fucking G. He kills the ball, dog. Yeah. So there's one right down the street. Trust me, we're going to have that conversation too. So you better find a kicker. Now, you can't get Hunter this year, but we can do something because Mata's going to get us. He's going to get us beat, period. And I'm not, again, if you really get offended because I'm talking about a kicker,
come the fuck on.
Come on, dog. I'm not trying to like throw the kid under the bus. He's not good. He's trying, but he ain't, this ain't going to work. Like, we need somebody, especially at altitude, that can boom the fucking ball. So we need to figure this shit out bad. Right. Other than that, I thought the special teams were fine.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of my point of it.